Alright. Looks like I'm live. I had to change my resolution because apparently 2560 by 1440 isn't happy. I don't know, I've got a super fast internet, but you know what? It's going a lot faster, so. We shall go with it. I wonder if anybody's actually hearing me. Hello? It says it's recording there, so hopefully that is the case. Alright. Now, let's get back in here. Oh, of course we got an error. Let's go. Fortalecer. I may have to change this down to 1080 as well. I need a better router. If I have a better router, I'd be able to handle these streams a little better, I think. Because I'm paying for 100 gig down. I shouldn't have any problem pushing 1440. But you're not here to hear me talk about that. Well, nobody's here actually right now, so I'm talking to myself. But that's okay, I'm having fun. I'm having fun having conversations. Maybe somebody will hear later. Hear about my love for Star Citizen. We will see epic things like this battle that's on the screen right now. I will see the aftermath because I'll come in with my reclaimer to grab all these hulls, at least the losers. Pull them into my ship and break them down. I'm working on creating an organization called You Wreck It, Reclamation, Repair, and Rescue, all focused around salvage and repair, refueling, all that kind of stuff, search and rescue. So I figure if we're going to come, the ship's damaged. Maybe the person needs help too. So we kind of fit all those things into that caveat of repair, rescue, support, that kind of thing. So if you are a fan of the game and you're not playing right now because you're watching my stream, because you're not an alpha, but you're interested in that kind of gameplay, we are going to be an immersion / roleplay organization, which I know is scary to some. I don't really know why, because we're just integrating into the immersion of the world as it was intended to be, as Chris Roberts intends it to be, since he's the one that's making it so freaking immersive. But that's what we'll be doing. Success! I got in again! And you see that bright glare over there? There's no light over there. And the light up there is not yellow, but it glares. I've already reported that. Or actually, somebody else saw the same thing. So he reported it, and I backed them up. You have to get 10 people saying that they can recreate it before they'll really make it something that they're going to focus on as far as a bug. It's a minor bug, but it's kind of annoying because it's kind of blinding right in my monitor. I can imagine using something like the Rift and having that right in your face. But I can certainly imagine using the Rift. I've used the Rift, not for this game, but for Elite Dangerous, and I've tried every head-mounted display out there, actually. Even the consumer versions of the Rift. Not the consumer version of the Vive, but another version of the Vive. And it is amazing. VR is awesome. That's my first love, technology-wise. A09. Let's go get it, let's go get it. It's like you got 09 and 10, so it looks like multi-crew ships as big as the Constellation and the Retaliator can only spawn on 2 landing pads right now. And then the smaller ships can go on the other 4 landing pads. Oh, please wait. Please wait, because we're going to crash. Timeout, huh? Well, okay. I was still moving around, but whatever. Anyway, lots of bugs. I guess while I'm waiting I can go put in, I'm sure somebody else has already put in that constellation bug with the bottom gunner. I just gotta go find it and add my 2 cents and my picture to it. That was pretty funny. I'm noticing a lot of that though with the models. They all seem to be kind of off, either off to the left a little, clipping through the side of the ship, or clipping through a gun, or falling through floors, whatever the case may be. But everyone doesn't seem to be having that problem. I don't know if anyone was able to fly their Cutlass, but the Avenger was apparently having the same issue, falling through the cockpit or whatever, or the back floor, I guess, in the cargo bay in the back. But there are people who are flying their Avengers, so I don't know. Can't get any of my ships to launch. I may have to just go try and fly my Merlin or something. I hear that's a fun little ship, but it's a glass cannon. Which, of course, it's not meant to just be by itself. It's really meant to support the Connie. So, generally you would have it, and you would have the lasers and missiles of the Connie helping you out. If you are watching my stream, or you start watching my stream, feel free to tell me what you think about the game, if you're a player or not. If you are interested in becoming a member, it's really cheap. It's like $30 or $45. You can get in and get in all the modules. You won't be able to get into the Alpha 2.0, which is what I'm streaming right now, until they open that up to everyone. But eventually, they will. Like I said, they're at 220,000 now. And they add somewhere in the number of 100,000 each time they add new numbers. Thursday they were at 110, and by yesterday they had added another 100,000. So they are trying to add people as quickly as possible. They are trying to slam the heck out of their system to try and, you know, get it ready for the wider group out there. See if it's going to let me have this again. Oops. I'm going to hit Control F, I hit Alt Tab. Alright. Now, let's see if I can get out there this time. I don't know what that is. It's kind of interesting. Looks almost like, makes me think of Fallout 4 instead of Star Citizen or a space game. It's kind of got that Fallout 4 computer look. See, I also just think a lot of people wouldn't think of something as simple as an airlock, right? I mean, you're going from a station into space. There is a different pressure. You are going to have to, you know, to deal with that, and yet, you know, a lot of games just wouldn't even think about it. See if anybody else wants to come this way. Well, while I wait to see if anyone else may want to come, I will look around the ship, do a little tour. The constellation has changed a lot from when I first had one. I had an Aquila, but they were all pretty much the same inside with very few differences. When you came in, you came up like right in this area, and you're immediately in the cockpit. And you didn't have this bulkhead, which, as they pointed out, was kind of a big deal because if you have this whole area open, and basically this whole area was open, this doorway wasn't here, and somebody opens the airlock, and somebody up here is not wearing the helmet or they're ready, they're basically going to die. So they wisely added a bulkhead here, or whatever you would call that. I might call it a bulkhead. They've added just a ton of different detail. From what I understand, when the game actually launches, things like this avionics panel, these other little panels out here, they're actually going to be interactable. So you'd be able to... Oh, that just put me in the seat. But you'd be able to interact with those panels. So like if you want to, like I said, there's different career paths you can go on. You want to be an engineer and focus on just flying on other people's ships.
Welcome to Rocket Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Oh, that was weird.
Takeoff complete. Radar contact. Collision alert. Starboard. Collision alert. Starboard. Collision alert. Starboard. Stand by.
Alright.
Radar contact. Radar contact.
I have absolutely
Starboard.
Apparently I'm kind of floating here. New person. And so these are things that are basically beds, but also specialize as your escape pods. Somebody somewhere is doing something they shouldn't be. Somebody's being naughty. This is your cargo hold. Now, depending on what kind of constellation you have, you may have different things. Little missile rack so it can load up your missiles. You have more than whatever. Okay. I just clipped through the side. So as you can see, we're all one big happy family, sort of. So there are people who can, once you've opened up your ship, others can open up your ship as well, and they can do stuff. So anyway, I just clicked through the side of the constellation. But if you come back here, this is where the engine room is. And again, you can see all these like power plants, gravity generators. So, like I was saying, and I didn't finish, I'm sorry, you, as an engineer, you could actually open up these panels and do repairs and things. When your ship is getting damaged, it'll be damaged in a certain way. You can do repairs. This right here is my little Merlin. They've changed this area quite a bit, that's interesting. But, yeah, so I mean, it's just all this detail. You know, when somebody's attacking you, they can decide to take out your life support if they want to. See if they can kill you, and not your ship, because they want your ship, they just don't want you attached to your ship. Get your gravity generator, you can take someone's gravity out. These little panels here are going to be little engineering panels, I think, that allow you to control different systems in the ship. Alright, well, I don't know what just happened there, but definitely another bug. Let's see if we can find if someone's reported that one. Oh. Apparently I climbed into one of the beds. Okay. I get it. Oh, and I'm climbing into the bed again. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to shut the door. And I keep getting in bed. Apparently, my character's tired. You know. Space. And all. That time I did that side. So, you can tell kind of the, I don't know what you'd call them, hit boxes or whatever are kind of off. And trying to close the door, and instead I'm getting in bed. You know, again. There we go. Finally closed the door. That's what I was trying to do. So I'm going to come up here. Doesn't look like anybody wants to fly. I don't really want to fly either because I don't know what I'm doing in flying. You got gunners. Let's see, is somebody up there? Let's see from up here. No, I can't tell. Anyway, again, lots of detail. See, shield generator. So, I mean, you could play an engineer. You just run all over this ship fixing stuff. While everybody fights and does whatever else they need to do. This is interesting. You look at the joystick here, and the joystick and the throttle here, and now they're modeling this very similarly to their joystick that they've created with Cytec. The one I'm planning on buying is based off the 860. Cytec, same ones that did the X52. So anyway, you know what? Let's. You know, nothing hurts to try but a failure. I'm gonna get up here. I'm gonna try and go. We're gonna see what happens.
Welcome to Rocket Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check. Stand by. Scanning. Radar contact. Collision alert. Front. Landing gear raised. Collision alert. Rear.
Alright. So I have no target. I'm flying with joystick and throttle. No idea what I'm doing really. Let's turn around and look. Alright, there we go. It's a lot like Elite Dangerous as far as how to fly the ships, except dying a lot. Or, sorry, not dying a lot, but I am whatever you call it, I'm lagging a lot, pausing a lot. So it's not that responsive. Now I've got my settings to very high settings, so it definitely could be part of the issue. Look at that thing, massive. Massive planet.
Radar contact. Radar contact. Stand by. Scanning.
Yeah, there's a lot with the ship. I can see definitely why, uh, you know, for a ship like this, you might want your buddy, somebody looking at sensors, somebody doing your shields, and an engineer taking care of stuff. All right.
Radar contact. Collision alert. Starboard. Radar contact. Standby. Scanning. Shields max.
Oh, good. My shields are up.
Radar contact.
I mean, I don't know. Just look at this. It's very interesting. Come out, look at your ship. There's a lot of sensors here. You're not seeing a lot by being in the ship itself. There's just a lot of information it's giving you. I'm gonna shut down my chat here. Open dock, open dock. Let's see. I know I'm going. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So,
Radar contact. Standby. Scanning. Standby. Scanning.
so I have no idea
Standby. Scanning. Radar
how to target or anything.
Chat selected.
I'm getting too close to the planet. It's interesting. I mean, it's making some interesting noises, like
Standby. Scanning.
like I'm going through atmosphere, but I don't think that I am. And I wouldn't expect to feel shaking in space necessarily,
Standby. Scanning.
but who knows? I honestly am not sure.
Radar contact.
Oh, wow. Good, I'm kind of far away from the station. Guess I was getting close to the planet. I don't really feel the issue now, but I have no idea what any of these buttons do. Oh, couple and decouple there.
Radar contact. Standby. Scanning.
So clearly I need a lot of practice, even if I wasn't lagging all the time, to understand what all my systems here are doing. Decoupled. A lot of lagging, a lot of pausing. I do have...
Flare selected. Radar contact.
Alright. It is time that we look at the options. Let's see. Target. Cycle hostile. Cycle all targets. I know I did that. Huh. Now it switched sides. So, yeah, that's kind of buggy. So I'm moving around with the mouse, and these panels are all changing. Because I guess it thinks I'm selecting them, and then when I fire, it's actually changing them, but it's also firing my guns, because left mouse button is supposed to be guns. That definitely seems buggy. I don't know, maybe something else I did.
Radar contact. Standby. Scanning.
Well, it's neat that you can change all these panels and you can set them up exactly how you want. But, you have to have the... You gotta know what they mean. And, I'm assuming that the one on the right there with the little graphs going across is your signature. Guess I got different weapon groups here. Well, that's just helping my power. Not really sure what that's doing.
Weapons system deactivated. Online. Weapons system. Shields deactivated. Standby for shields. Shields online.
I love that. That's interesting. Okay, well, it's finally working. Yeah, so...
Standby. Scanning.
I got you. Well, I thought I did.
Radar contact. Radar contact. Stand by. Scanning. Radar contact. Stand by. Scanning. Radar contact. Stand by. Scanning. Shields max. Stand by. 4 shields.
Weapons are offline. Probably good. I shouldn't have been shooting at people anyway. Okay. Well, that lets me change that.
Chaff selected. Flare selected.
Definitely gonna have to go in and do some setup for this and get it set up for my preferences and things.
Engaging landing mode. Radar contact. Stand by. Scanning.
Well, I'm gonna try and come in here and land.
Radar contact.
Um,
Radar contact. Stand by.
so,
Scanning.
like I said, these, right now these systems aren't set up. Or it's not set up for my joystick in particular. What I like, and it's one of the reasons I'll be getting the Star Citizen one, is that, you know, everything's gonna obviously map.
Radar contact. Radar contact.
I'm not sure
Stand by.
about
Scanning.
is... Oh, see, there's the physics in place right there, right? I'm turned this way, but I'm still sliding that other way. Why? Because I was going fast. Or is it because I'm in landing mode? I don't know, to be honest with you. I wonder if that's what that sphere in there is showing me, my physics movement. Because obviously I'm not going to stop on a dime. I'm a fairly large ship. 60 meters is not going to just stop when you want it to. You're going to have to take into account that, you know, your speed matters.
Radar contact. Radar contact. Stand by. Scanning.
Okay. Not sure why I'm still going backwards at this point, considering I have full power to my thrusters. Should not be going backwards at the moment.
Quantum drive is now on.
Okay.
Radar contact. Stand by. Scanning.
Quantum drive.
Stand by. Scanning. Radar contact.
So I'm not sure. There are different flight modes, and one of the flight modes, of course, is precision mode, which is supposed to allow you to land easier. Unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure.
Weapons system.
Okay. Yeah, so... Oh, that's interesting. When it explodes, my Merlin goes flying off there. So, okay. So that was kind of annoying. I'm not really sure what was going on there. The flight, none of it really seeming to respond to my joystick and stuff, and I'm sure I did something wrong. Like I said, I haven't been practicing in Arena Commander or any of those other ones, so I'm definitely newer to the flight mechanics and stuff for this game. I'm gonna go back around and see if I can get in that Retaliator. I want to see the Retaliator. I think that will be over here. Let's see. Probably already flew off, but I'll wait around. Somebody else will spawn one. 'Cause flying is clearly something I suck at. That's okay. Practice, practice, practice. Learn all those systems. Oh, okay. Well, here's another Connie. There's another oh, you know what? So the Retaliator and the Connie are probably on the other side. Look at that though. Look at all those the little thrusters and stuff just moving around. It's very neat. I mean, just so much detail. The gimbaled weapons moving around. You know, again, I'm not much of a fighter, although I think the fighter ships are a lot more maneuverable. The Cutlass, if I could get in it, a lot more maneuverable. I have flown it, so I am used to what it takes to fly it. However, they've changed their flight modes and things recently, and apparently that's made a big difference. So, might not be as easy as all that, but I'm gonna go to the other side and hope that Retaliator's not gone, because I really want to go into the Retaliator. Haven't gotten to look inside those yet. Oh, okay. Cutlass. Someone trying in vain to get into their Cutlass. I think the Retaliator flew off. That's okay though. That is okay. It's not like I was yelling, "Wait up, guys! Come on, wait up, guys!" Somebody somewhere's getting their shoot on. I don't know how. One through four. Let's see if we got the viewing window over here too. Yep. See what ships we got out here. So we got the Connie. Yeah, you know what? The other one was sitting right there, I think. He's just gone now. Yeah, see, look, he's floating right there. The constellation. Once you get in, they just start floating. It's very, very hard to really know how to use those things. Or very hard to, I don't know. It's not hard, you just have to figure out the ship. And it's a new ship, so I'm gonna run over here with this guy. I think he's gonna get in his Connie over here. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with him. Maybe he'll fly. I can do the gunning. This guy's staring me down. Thinks I want to steal his Connie. Actually, you know, I want to find that Retaliator. Where you at, Retaliator? Now, you want to know something completely cool here? I think there's an Avenger up there. Everybody's kind of getting used to flying their ships, I think. There's probably some who've been doing this for a while. They know what they're doing. But, man, the flight mechanics are just new. The screens are new. I don't know. I don't have everything mapped. If you look at the settings for options, under control options, and you go to the joystick, so you get all these depending on your HOTAS, and then your key bindings, you go to joystick. It's a different joystick. I know which joystick this is that they're showing, but unfortunately they're not showing the X52, which is weird because that's what they originally set everything off of, but I guess it's just easier to do that one. So I'm gonna go get on this one with this guy. See, once he opens it up, once he opens it up, people can get on. That's what he doesn't realize. He didn't want me on it. I don't know why. Uh-huh. He thought he was leaving me behind. He jumped out as soon as he got in here. He didn't know I was in here. That's funny.
seems like you're in the upper.
Radar contact. Stand by.
Oh.
Scanning.
Now watching the upper cockpit, I'm outside of it as well. I'm sure somebody has done this, but I'm gonna take a screenshot. Wow. Yeah, I just need to. So I've got my graphics settings on very high. This is a very extremely graphical game. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's take this down. 1. And I'm going to take the resolution down some. Alright, so apparently I crashed again. Maybe. Oh, there we go. That's interesting. These guys decided to just kind of sit here. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to restart. More bugs. Like the guy's ship I got on, he didn't want anybody on his ship. Don't have a multiplayer ship then. Alright. So I gotta start over. Having issues. Well, it's an alpha. Not a lot to see right now. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream for now, just because it's yeah, see, I'm having a lot of streaming issues. And I may try Twitch on the next one. Instead of YouTube. New to streaming, so a lot of stuff I'm trying out at the moment. And anyway, for those of you who are watching, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. And I will be back